When you first start to learn anatomy and physiology, it can feel a little bit overwhelming. There are so many new words. The depth and breadth of what you need to learn can be quite exhilarating, but also quite difficult. My name's Louise Searles, and I've been teaching anatomy and physiology and pathology for over 30 years now. And I know that all of my learners have felt overwhelmed when they first started learning any new subject. These are just some of the anatomy and physiology textbooks that over the years I've collected. And in my teachings, I have found lots of different ways to help my learners, whether it was through recording my lessons and sending to them, or actually what I used to do was to record them on a tape recorder, and people would have to put them in their Walkman to actually listen to me. One of the biggest challenges that I know that my students have had over the years is really understanding exactly what they need to know. The syllabus is so important to follow, and when you look at different textbooks, every textbook has a different take on what is it that you need to know. And I totally agree that having a really wide understanding of the subject, I mean, let's face it, you really can't ever know enough about the human body, and we are discovering things all the time. But when you're learning towards a qualification, it is really important that you know what it is that you need to know. So having a clear pathway of what you're going to be assessed on and what do you need to know is also important, as well as reading around the subject area. So these anatomy and physiology courses that we have created have been designed for the therapist who is needing and wanting to develop their knowledge and understanding way past just the syllabus of what they need to know, but so that they have a really good understanding, so that they can support their clients, which is ultimately the reason that we have to know about the bodies that we are working on. So these courses follow the National Occupational structure of the qualifications, and they match what's required for the Level 3 Beauty Therapy and the Level 3 Anatomy, Physiology and Pathology. So they've been designed for you so that you can start your learning journey whenever you want to. You don't have to wait until September or the new course starts. You can get that qualification underneath your belt. So the course has been structured so that at the end of it you will have everything that you need, and you will be fully prepared to come and do your anatomy and physiology online exam. Now, there are some training organisations that still use the assessment-based opportunity. So included within each of the units are workbooks that if you complete these workbooks as you go through, it might be that you can use those towards the regulated qualification or the work that you are actually doing. These programs are also designed to support you if you are going through a practical qualification. Maybe you've missed some of the course, maybe you just don't understand it as well as you should do, maybe the communication is not there, and you want to be able to have a backup plan to help you. Maybe you're going on holiday and your tutor is not very pleased with you. Maybe you've been off sick. Maybe you have some mental health diagnosis, which means that you're not able to always attend the classes. So these programs have been designed to support you through that journey as well. And in addition, we have some independent accreditation for the programs. So it could be that when you are looking to update your practical skills and you're wanting to get insurance, and your insurance company is saying you need to have a Level 3 beauty therapy qualification or alternative, maybe this could be the alternative. And if your insurance company doesn't know what we do, then please just drop me a line. I'd be very happy to get in touch with them to see whether they would accept this as part of their evidence. You will receive a digital certificate, and you will receive a digital badge as well, which can be added to your LinkedIn, your Facebook or your website page. So what will you get? Well, there are 12 body systems, and each body system has been developed into a unit, and there are 93 lessons within the whole of the programme. Now, Each lesson is going to be a little bit bigger, depending on the system, the body system. So our smallest body system has just 3 lessons, whereas our biggest has 9 lessons. And each of those lessons have been split into an overview so that you know exactly what it is. So the aims and the objectives of the lesson, a video so that you can watch it if you are a visual person, an MP3 that you can listen to if you are an auditory person. And this is great for when you're out walking the dog, standing on the side of a football pitch, as I used to do with my boys. A transcript that you can download and read, so if you're on a train and you can't necessarily hear very well or watch the video, then you can read the transcript, and an activity so that you can do it. There is a workbook, as I said before, but there are also multiple choice questions, because the final anatomy, physiology and pathology exam is an online multiple choice exam. Now, I've used a little bit of my experience working with City and Guilds and writing questions for City and Guilds, so I kind of know the types of questions, the way in which they are worded and the language that they use. So I've used a little bit of that skill in there as well. And with the collaborative working, I know that iTech, VTCT are exactly the same, so you should be in good hands when it comes to taking the exam. So you're probably thinking, I would like to know a little bit more about this, but I want to see whether this is for me, and that's absolutely fine. So I've given you a free trial, and I've chosen skin because that's my favourite system of the body, and I've given you the lesson on the epidermis. So please take a free trial, check us out, have a little look and see what you think. And come along and join our Facebook Anatomy and Physiology Study Buddy group. Listen to what other people have got to say about how they learn body systems as well, and get a little bit of extra tuition along the way.